In the final week of the regular season, the Chiefs are looking for their 13th straight win over the Broncos. Can Denver finally snap the losing streak to KC? We'll find out soon on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Power Field and Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together. Good offense.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Justin Jefferson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over here at the... So this offense will head back out there. Already an excellent... So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Cameron. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he looked.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Now the offense getting set to take over the football here early on in the game, first quarter. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. To throw, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! Travis Kelce with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Broncos take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 48 yards. Mahomes now on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball. So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so... All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got this to Jefferson. Shoves him aside. Sheds off the tackle. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 81 yards. With a little over 2 minutes to play in the second quarter, the offense gets ready to take over. Flush to his right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Escaping the pressure right. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember. But back in 19...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
don't need no more penalties right here.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on out to our studios, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. KJ Hamler returning it. Oh, now how about this return? And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
They don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And going deep for Hill. Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patson. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for KC.
One thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 22.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to...
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to go up top again. He's got him in. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Flushed out right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Out to his left. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with his... The Chiefs offense about... Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City,
They finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.